All right, I think we are live. Yes. So, hi everyone. Good evening. Namaskar. Sat Sri Akal, Salam Alaikum. I hope you're all well, fine, healthy, and we have amazing set of students here who have made us proud, who have made themselves proud, their parents proud, their community proud. And again, मैं अभी हम यही डिस्कस कर रहे थे the overall IQ quotient of this screen. मेरे और चेतन सर को हटा दो. ठीक है, तो ये वाला बहुत ऊपर IQ क्वेश्चन है इस स्क्रीन के ऊपर, because we have who's and who's of mathematics Olympiad. There are a lot of pros, a lot of first timers, and again we are going to hear a lot of inspirational stories, a lot of stories how they tackled and how they made their way through to this RMO and achieved this amazing score in RMO exam. So we have Chetan Sir with us along with all these amazing students who've done really well. So Chetan Sir, any words before we start with today's session?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बिग कांग्रेचुलेशंस टू ऑल यू गाइस यार, आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। एंड मतलब इट्स नॉट इजी, मतलब इंडिया के टॉप 900 स्टूडेंट्स में आना, इट्स अनबिलीवेबल। बहुत बहुत मेहनत वाला काम है एंड बहुत टफ काम है। बट अगेन मतलब ये सेशन का पर्पस आप लोगों को हाईलाइट करना तो है, बट पैरेलली जिन बच्चों का क्लियर नहीं हुआ, हमें लगता है कि उनके लिए भी ना कुछ मोटिवेशन आपके एंड पर रहेगा, है ना। तो अगेन देयर इज ऑलवेज अ नेक्स्ट चांस। तो जिन बच्चों का क्लियर नहीं भी हुआ यार, इन लोगों की स्टोरीज सुन के आपको भी शायद आइडिया लगेगा कि ऐसा नहीं कि इन्होंने फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में ही क्लियर किए। तो देयर इज समथिंग फॉर ईच एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट जो इस वीडियो को देख रहे हैं, राइट। और पढ़ते रहो यार, डेफिनेटली कभी ना कभी कुछ बहुत अच्छा होगा।
Yes, so this is the whole idea of this session, is to motivate the students who are watching this, and I'm sure अगर तुम इसको watch कर रहे हो या करोगे बाद में, you are going to relate with at least one of the stories here, and of course, if you relate yourself with one of the stories, you are definitely going to get motivated and perform like the way these guys have done. So let's start. We'll start with Shankardeep से start करते हैं because he is the one who is really done well. So Shankardeep is in class 12th and he scored 78 marks in this exam. And Shankardeep, congratulations first of all. And this is huge marks because जिस तरह का पेपर था और जिस तरीके से तुमने स्कोर किया है, मतलब amazing. So Shankardeep, your story. How did you get involved in mathematics and how did you make your way through? And कितने failure से कितनी success stories थी? So let's start.
Yes, thank you, sir. I started my Olympiad preparation in class 10th, and I came to know about Olympiads from VOS only from Abhay Sir's videos. And it was my third attempt. In first attempt, I did not clear IOQM. In the second attempt, I cleared IOQM, but did not clear INMO. And now it was my third attempt. So it always it does not matter about marks. Like from RMO, we learned to enjoy mathematics, and that is what I have learned from this community. Through Olympiads, our new community is developed, and I like this community a lot. Like, if I don't get marks, that does not matter to me that much. Enjoying mathematics is yes. The more we'll love mathematics, the more we will enjoy this whole curriculum, and the journey is always the most important thing that I have learned in this period of my preparation.
Amazing. So amazing words. And ये ना इतने humble words हमेशा उसी से आते हैं जो अच्छा करता है, because the way he said कि it is never about the marks and it was never about the marks. It is all about enjoying things, and अगर तुम if you start enjoying things, the marks are going to come automatically. And again, this is the case in Shankardeep's case. He started his preparation in class 10th, did not get through 11th में IOQM हो गया, इनमो नहीं निकला, and again आप यहाँ पर one of the highest marks in India, I suppose, in RMO. So amazing, Shankardeep, and thank you for inspiring. I'm sure this is going to give a lot of motivation to a lot of students who did not make it on their first attempt.
So I would like to mention two of my friends. One is Shaunak, who daily posted me problems, and I tried that, and also Tanmay Sharma, who has his Telegram channel.
Yes.
He also posts problems daily. I also try that. I like.
Amazing. So Shaunak, वही हम इसे मीटिंग से पहले वही कर रहे थे. Shaunak is a pro, and the Shaunak, I think he scored one of the highest marks in India last year in IOQM, and also you know. And this year also won very amazing marks in IOQM and as well as RMO. And of course, it is very important. जो अभी शंकरदीप ने बोला, it is very important to form that community because if you are on your own, it becomes very difficult to rise. I'm sure there are a lot of students here जो खुद से तैयारी करके बिना community के ऊपर आए हैं. But again, if you have a community, if you have a support system with you, uh, then of course it becomes very easy. So Tanmay, of course, he has been on our channel a lot of times, and of course his Telegram channel पे भी मैं भी follow करता हूँ उसके Telegram channel को, and he posts a lot of problems there, and it is very important to appreciate the efforts. Amazing.
एंड
Also,
इनफैक्ट है ना, शंकदीप ने एक बहुत अच्छी बात बोली कि उसको है ना, मतलब मार्क्स की कोई चिंता नहीं है, वो मैथ्स पढ़ने के लिए, एंजॉय करने के लिए पढ़ता है उसको. एंड इनफैक्ट मतलब सिर्फ शंकदीप नहीं, एक बहुत बड़े बाबा ने भी बोला कि काबिल बनो, कामयाबी झक मार के पीछे आएगी,
Yes.
है ना. तो शंकदीप के भी बस एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर से ही वर्ड्स हैं.
Yeah. Shankar, you would like you were saying something?
no, and all it matters is like how we develop as a nation in overall mathematics.
Yes. Yes. So yes, Shankardeep. So this is, I mean, ये तुम्हारी जैसे stories हैं, इनसे inspired होके students are going to get up and rise, and ultimately the day is not far because last year the way Indian team performed in IMO was one of the best, and of course it is going to go. मुझे लगता है कि it is going to go up only with the way things are going, and and you are all brand ambassadors. You have to promote these because these kind of Olympiads are not very common and parents don't know about it. The teachers, most of the teachers, school teachers do not promote these, and the responsibility lies on you. And जिस तरीके से तुम कर रहे हो, the way you are doing things and inspiring others, I'm sure it is going to go a long way.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So moving from Shankardeep, so Shankardeep mentioned Shaunak, right? So we'll go to Shaunak. And Shaunak, as I mentioned, was one of the highest scorers of IOQM last year. He scored 54, right, Shaunak? If I'm
Yes, sir.
So
54
54
lakh.
last year in one of the toughest IOQM, and this year also IOQM has scored really well. In RMO is done really well. And of course, we are sure, keeping our fingers crossed, मैं कुछ बोलूंगा नहीं, but I'm sure we are going to see a lot of these students in our INMO results also. So Shaunak, your journey, how did it start, and what is mathematics for you?
Sir, I started my Olympiad preparation in class 8, 2019 में मैं पहली बार PRMO दिया था. तो फिर मैंने PRMO क्लियर करके RMO दिया था. तो उस टाइम RMO में मेरे 0 मार्क्स आए थे. तो मतलब आई हैड नो आइडिया अबाउट सब्जेक्टिव एग्जाम, तो कैसा होता है ऐसे कोई आइडिया नहीं था. तो 0 मार्क्स आए तो बहुत खराब लगा. तो उसके बाद सीरियसली पढ़ना चालू किया और 9th में मैं IOQM क्लियर किया और इनमो दिया, लेकिन अवार्ड ही नहीं बन पाई. अगेन इन क्लास 10 पार्ट बी की कॉपी चेक नहीं हुई, जो IOQM पार्ट ए पार्ट बी हुआ था उस साल भी. फिर मैंने VOS ज्वाइन किया और बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स आए. लास्ट ईयर 54 आए थे और इस साल भी बहुत अच्छे आए मार्क्स IOQM RMO में.
अमेजिंग. तो मतलब ये तो यार इससे बड़ी स्टोरी नहीं हो सकती. इससे बड़ी स्टोरी नहीं हो सकती. आरएमओ में 0 स्कोर से to this level. And again, of course the good part was he had 5 attempts. तो पहले attempts में इसने शुरू कर दिया था. And again, a lot of failures. He did not give up. He tried and tried and tried. And ultimately, we were discussing कि he is now the Surya Kumar Yadav of Math Olympian, right? He is like a pro and doing a lot of good stuff. He shares a lot of good, amazing problem solutions. And I'm sure, we're going to see a lot of Shonakar in our videos in the coming time also. Amazing, Shaunak. So what is your, aim? Is it JE or ISI or, what? क्योंकि since you're in class 12,
ISI
ISI
CMI.
Kolkata you want. So वहाँ पे West Bengal में it is, a lot of ISI craze is there. Shankardeep, you as well?
Yes, sir. ISI.
Okay, amazing, super. All right, so thank you, Shaunak, Shankardeep. So 12th class से हम सीधा 8th class पे चलते हैं पहले. So we have Arya Mimansa with us, and she's in class 8. And being in class 8, she scored 50 marks in this RMO. पहले तो तालियां मार दो यार. Everyone who's present here and also everyone who's on YouTube. 50 marks in this kind of paper in Arya in the first attempt is amazing. And I mean, being a girl student, I'm sure it is going to inspire a lot of students. So Arya, How did it start? When did you start preparing for this kind of Olympiad, and how is the journey been? कैसा रहा journey overall?
I started in class 6.
Class
मैं
6 you
पीजे
started,
सर
so
की
okay.
मैं पीजे सर की पाथ फाइंडर जूनियर बुक बनाती हूँ।
One second.
फिर आगे क्या किया?
Yeah.
I joined VOS this year. IOQM कैंप में मुझे बहुत सपोर्ट मिला था VOS से।
Okay, great. तो 6th क्लास से मतलब तुमने you started Olympiad. So 6th क्लास में basically 8th 9th 10th का सिलेबस तुमने कवर कर लिया था, and you basically started early, so that gave you, तो इससे काफी ज्यादा फायदा हुआ तुम्हें।
Yes.
बहुत बढ़िया। तो I'm sure कि अभी अरे अभी 7th में 8th में जब तुम IOQM के प्रॉब्लम्स या उस तरह के प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करती होगी, तो सारे प्रॉब्लम्स तो नहीं होते होंगे, तो एंड कुछ डीमोटिवेशन भी आता होगा। सो हाउ, किस तरीके से कोप करती थी, एंड क्या सोचते थे कि मुझे करना ही करना है? व्हाट वर द थॉट्स? कैसे कैसे अपने आप को आगे किया? बिकॉज 8th क्लास के लिए, 8th क्लास के बच्चे के लिए टू क्लियर दिस काइंड ऑफ एग्जाम and scoring 50 is amazing. मतलब ये मैं सोच भी नहीं सकता, आई कैन नॉट पुट दिस इन वर्ड्स। तो किस तरीके से अपने आप को मोटिवेट किया? बिकॉज बहुत ज्यादा इस तरह की फीलिंग आती है इस टाइम पे कि यार ये भी नहीं आता, ये भी नहीं आता, ये भी नहीं आता। तो किस तरीके से अपने आप को संभाला तुमने?
सर ट्राई करना इम्पोर्टेंट।
ठीक है, तो ये मैथ्स वाले बच्चों की ना एक खास बात होती है, वो बोलते कम है। तो दैट इज गुड। ओके, तो व्हाट आर द बुक्स? अरे कौन कौन से बुक्स तुमने ट्राई किया है, एंड कौन कौन से बुक्स से कब फायदा हुआ है? तो जो बच्चे काफी अभी 7th में हैं, 8th में हैं, आई मीन दिस इज वन ऑफ द कॉमन क्वेश्चंस जो बच्चे पूछते हैं।
मैंने सिर्फ पाथ फाइंडर जूनियर ही किया था 7th
Okay.
क्लास में।
Okay, amazing, super. And this is one of the best books as far as RMO is concerned and IOQM is concerned. Okay, so Arya, all the best, and of course, we want to see you not only qualifying INMO, but also uh, to be a part of team, whether Indian or EGMO. And of course, since 8th May, we have a long way to go. I'm sure. I mean, going to do really well. Amazing. Thank you, Arya. Okay, so moving on from Arya to someone who was in IOQM Prime batch this year, and he has been one of the active students, and probably one of the students who I know has attended almost 100% of the classes, in Prime batch, in IOQM camp, in RMO camp. So we have Adit Agarwal from Bangalore. So he is a mathematics enthusiast, and avid maths lover. He comes across. So Adit, can you unmute and share your story, and how has the life been
Yes,
as far as mathematics is concerned?
sir. So actually, first I think we should start with how I got to know about Math Olympiad, right?
Yes.
So back when I was in like grade 1 or so, this is not Math Olympiad yet, by the way. So when I was in grade 1, the only kind of Olympiad I knew, because my school was featuring it, was the SOF IMO and all of that, right?
Yes.
So of course, me being me, gave SOF IMO like every single year. And my main problem was that it felt way too easy to be like an Olympia, right? So, and then after that, I changed my school in about grade 7. Then by grade 8, I was getting bored, and then I learned about NCRT and stuff. So I started doing 8th, 9th, 10th NCRT, right? I finished all of that. I met a friend in class 10th. His name is Daksh. So I think he's also been featured on VOS.
Yes.
And he's actually the one who introduced me to IOQM. So I used to think I was pretty good at maths. And then I saw Daksh and he was solving problems very fast. So I was like, how are you solving these problems so fast, right? So he essentially was the first step to introducing me to IOQM and Math Olympiad in general.
Okay.
Now, the funny thing is, despite him being in VOS, I didn't actually get to know about VOS from him.
Oh,
so what happened was, I was seeing that IOQM is in September. I was in grade 8. I was like, okay, sure, let me give it. And then when I looked at the paper of last year, I realized that I could like do maybe the first two questions. So what I did is actually I went to YouTube, the savior of all math Olympiads, for help, and YouTube pointed me to VOS.
Okay.
So it's because of YouTube actually that I got to VOS, and then after that I found out that Dutch was also in VOS.
Okay.
So what happened in grade 8 is this is when I didn't join the prime batch, by the way. So I went to the place to give the paper, right? And I was like, okay, I'm fairly confident. I've done the 2020 paper like the previous day, and I think I'm getting like 20 plus marks. So that should be fine. And then the paper happened. As people know, that paper was like a really difficult paper, and I got a grand 7 out of 100, including 7 grace marks.
Okay. So this was
Right?
2021. So yeah, last.
On the one hand, I was in 8th grade. On the other hand, I was actually kind of sad that I didn't solve a single problem, right? Like I was close to solving maybe 1 or 2 of the problems, but then I missed a case in the case batch. So then I decided to actually join the batch. The teaching was very nice. And then I somehow managed to end up with 29 in this year's IOQM and 42 in RMO, which was honestly extremely surprising.
It is not surprising for me because the kind of attitude that you had in the class, the kind of questions that you were asking, you kept on asking, and the kind of the role you played in the community, Telegram community, was amazing, right? So it not only motivated the fellow students, right? So it is very important to have other kind of students in every batch, right? So it kind of motivates all the students, around him, and also inspires teachers, right? So I still remember Adit in the IOQM Prime batch. तो तेरी आदत होती थी, ask me questions regarding, you knew a lot of IMO problems, and so you used to mention that on the chat, and I used to make it a point कि यार ये वाला problem simple, and someone mentioned in the batch, so I would also tend to solve that problem if it was IOQM level. So again, so you are actually a blessing for any batch. People like you, students like you, and they inspire a lot. So thank you for whatever you're doing for the community. And I'm sure it's just the start. Or abhi ye ninth. Abhi Adit, by the way, is in class ninth grade, and there's a long way to go. And I'm sure you're going to inspire and do really well in the
Yes.
coming.
Sir, I have a few more things to say if you don't
Yes.
mind.
Yes, of course.
Just like Shankdeep mentioned, having a good community. I also think that's very important. So one of the first communities I got was, of course, the VOS Telegram community. But alongside that, a few more communities I like to suggest
Yes.
is, first of all, the art of problem solving community. So AOPS, right? Those people, like, they have extremely good problems. So you can find just about every single contest, IMO, APMO, everything, even IOQM level stuff like AIME, for example. So you can find lots of good problems over there, and you can also find lots of good people over there. The second place which I'm going to recommend, which not many people have heard of, is the Mathematical Olympiads Discord server. So for people who have Discord, the main point about the server is that basically what I think about it is that, first of all, it's filled with people who've given like IMO, who've given APMO. Like there's like 200 people over there who've given IMO. And what that leads to is really great quality doubt solving. And at the same time, they have a service kind of thing called Problem of the Day. So every day they post a new problem, and that problem could be anywhere from like IOQM level all the way up to IMO problem 3. So when you solve those problems, you get a lot of practice. And honestly, that's how I prepared for subjective rounds, because that's where I got my proof writing from mostly.
Great. And Adit, if you could share that link, I'll put that in the description.
Okay, sir. 1 second.
Yeah, I'll put that in after the session gets over. Just share
Yes,
the
sir.
link with me over Telegram.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. So thank you, Adit. And for these inspiring words. And I'm sure you're going to go. It is going to be a long journey, and you're going to do lot well in the coming exams. All right. So moving from Adit, we have Gaurika Mahi, and Gaurika, of course, is you've seen Gaurika in a lot of sessions already. IOQM mein, girls wale mein, and of course now she's in RMO. She scored 34. Gaurika, is that right?
Sir.
Amazing. So Gaurika 34 and superb, superb, super. So how has been your journey? एक बार दोबारा से. I know people have listened to your story already, but again, IOQM के बाद का journey, particularly RMO वाला journey कैसा रहा? And along the way, you also, won a couple of awards. You went to IIT Roorkee, won a couple of awards there. So if you want to share, throw some light over there.
तो आरएमओ के बाद आईओक्यूएम के बाद मैंने सबसे पहले तो आरएमओ के प्रीवियस ईयर प्रॉब्लम्स किए 2000 के अराउंड। वहां से मैंने पूरे तो नहीं, ऑलमोस्ट 2017 तक के प्रॉब्लम्स किए थे आरएमओ के एग्जाम तक। और जो सीट्स हमें मिलती थी असाइनमेंट्स वीओएस से, वेदांतु के आरएमओ कैंप से, तो वो मैंने सॉल्व किए थे क्लासेस के अकॉर्डिंग। इससे बहुत हेल्प मिला था कि एक बार में प्रॉब्लम नहीं बनता तो उसे बार बार ट्राई करना होता है।
गुड गुड गुड। तो ओवरऑल अभी कैसा, हाउ इज द जोश? इनमो के लिए पूरी तैयारी है?
यस सर, अभी क्लासेस चल रही है इनमो की, तो और जो असाइनमेंट्स मिलते हैं और प्रीवियस ईयर प्रॉब्लम्स कर रहे साथ साथ।
ओके ओके, परफेक्ट परफेक्ट परफेक्ट। सो गौरिका, आई एम श्योर, मतलब जितने भी तुमने इंटरव्यूज दिए हैं, जितने भी तुमने यहाँ पे इंटरेक्शन किए हैं, इट इज गोइंग टू इंस्पायर अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, गौरिका, आर्या एंड अदर स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव डन रियली वेल इन द पास्ट। तो यार, ये मतलब यू आर डूइंग ग्रेट सर्विस टू टू द मैथ्स कम्युनिटी बाय इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अ लॉट ऑफ गर्ल स्टूडेंट्स, इंस्पायरिंग अ लॉट ऑफ गर्ल स्टूडेंट्स, बिकॉज अभी तक ऐसा माना जाता है कि मैथमेटिक्स एंड एवरीथिंग, दिस इज फॉर द बॉयज, दिस इज द बॉयज थिंग, सो एंड यू आर चैलेंजिंग दैट। सो ये बहुत अच्छा लगता है इस तरह के बच्चे। एंड आई एम श्योर अगला जो हम इनमो वाला रिजल्ट का सेशन करने वाले हैं, तो आर्या, गौरिका एंड बाकी गर्ल्स भी हैं, विच ऑफ कोर्स कुड नॉट बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस इंटरेक्शन, बट विल मेक श्योर कि एक हम गर्ल्स स्टूडेंट जो आरएमओ के लिए सिलेक्ट हुए हैं, इनमो करने वाली हैं, उनके अलग से इंटरेक्ट सेशन करें। सो थैंक यू गौरिका for being here and doing really well in RMO. Also guys, क्योंकि अभी बहुत सारे बच्चों के एग्जाम्स चल रहे हैं, एंड जिस तरीके से हमने कॉल की थी, हमने इंटरेक्ट किया था टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस सेशन, so if you want to leave, those who have interacted, you can, I mean, ठीक है। तो बहुत सारे बच्चों के एग्जाम्स हैं, बहुत सारे बच्चों की चीजें चल रही हैं, एंड थैंक यू फॉर स्पेयरिंग टाइम फॉर दिस, and anyone who's already interacted, if they want to leave, they surely can. All right, I think moving on to Sayan now. Sayan also has an exam tomorrow. So Sayan, can you unmute yourself? How has been your story, and किस तरीके से Math Olympiad पे आए तुम?
So basically, it's my third attempt.
Okay.
In first, when I was in class 9th, 1 week away, means exam 1 week away, my friends told me if I have registered or not. So I told, what's that? I never participated in such exams.
Okay.
So they told the description, like it was for the first time IOQM, not pre-RMO. Then I started preparation from class 10th starting. In the first time, I scored just 8 out of 40. Then I thought it may be a bad result, but in upcoming time it may helpful. So I continued my preparation, and I made to the IOQM in class 11th, means in second attempt. But I couldn't get to the INMO, means I get INMO, but my score was not that well. And this year I scored 51 in RMO.
Amazing, amazing. And for the viewers and everyone, Sayan is from Tripura, and being from Tripura, and abhi 12th class mein hai, and he's got 51 marks. So being from regions like these where there is no math support as such, and जहाँ पर बच्चे mostly खुद ही करते हैं, inspire होते हैं, खुद ही motivate होते हैं, and it's a huge thing. And Sayan, I'm sure कि मतलब जहाँ से हो तुम, you are going to inspire a lot of students from that particular region, and तुम्हारी सक्सेस स्टोरी से बहुत सारे बच्चे और आगे आने वाले हैं, and उस कम्युनिटी को, उस रीजन को बढ़ावा देने वाले हैं, and मतलब ये मजा आ जाता है इस तरह की चीजें देख के। एंड I'm sure मतलब वहां पे बहुत सारे बच्चों को पता नहीं होगा कि IOQM क्या है, RMO क्या है, बट जिनको पता होगा, they know the importance of this exam, and particularly being from region like Tripura, and तो तुम्हें मतलब मजा आ जाता है इस तरह की स्टोरीज देखकर।
Thank
तो
you.
अभी
एंड
क्या
आई गेस
are
सर
you
आप
preparing for
नॉर्थ
JEE?
ईस्ट रीजन के तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन के तो टॉपर होंगे ना सर?
I'm sure।
Sir, I don't know actually the result.
हाँ,
I
एक्चुअली वो कभी मार्क्स आउट होते नहीं है, बट आई एम श्योर उस तरफ से तो यू विल बी वन ऑफ द टॉप स्कोरर्स, इफ नॉट द टॉप। तो बहुत बढ़िया सा यार, मतलब द वे यू परफॉर्म्ड, एंड अगेन सेम इंस्पायरिंग स्टोरी, पहली बार नहीं हुआ, 8 मार्क्स आया, एंड देन अल्टीमेटली उसके बाद थर्ड अटेम्प्ट के अंदर स्कोरिंग द काइंड ऑफ मार्क्स स्कोर। बहुत अच्छा लगा, एंड कीप डूइंग द गुड वर्क। 12th के बाद भी मैं तो बोलूंगा कि 12th करने के बाद भी वॉट एवर कॉलेज यू गो टू, वहां पे रह के try to inspire students from that particular region, particular community, and motivate them to give this exam.
thank you, sir.
Super fine. All right, so moving on to Aritra Saha. So
Yes.
Aritra again is one of the top scorers, and Aritra is in class 9th from West Bengal and scored 44 marks, from class 9th. So Aritra, yes, कैसे शुरू हुआ तुम्हारा जर्नी, एंड
नोटिस
यस
मैंने फर्स्ट आईक्यूएम दिया था क्लास 7 में, नॉट
Class-
इवन फर्स्ट 7 नॉट 8।
ओके
मैंने 7 में तो कोरोना की वजह से तो एग्जाम 40 मार्क्स का हुआ था।
हाँ,
I
by the
scored
way,
16
मैं
out of
interrupt करता हूँ, तो last year SBSSC allowed certain students who were
Yes,
even
yes.
in class 7 to give this exam, तो उन्होंने गूगल फॉर्म फ्लोट किया था। तो लास्ट ईयर देयर वाज अ हार्ड डेडलाइन कि 8th क्लास में होना चाहिए, उससे पहले students from class 7th also were, some students were allowed to give. Yeah.
So I scored 16 out of 40 in IOQM 2020. So I couldn't qualify for INMO. But last year I got 32 out of 30 and qualified in INMO in it. But my INMO went horrible. I got only 2 marks in INMO. And this year I am preparing for, when I prepared for IOQM, I got 35 in IOQM and then got 44 in RMO.
Amazing. Super. तो कैसा मतलब जर्नी, हाउ हैज द जर्नी बीन, बिकॉज यू स्टार्टेड प्रीटी अर्ली, 7th क्लास में तुमने दिया था, तो किस तरीके से, मतलब आई एम श्योर कि 7th क्लास में 6th क्लास में जब प्रिपरेशन करते हैं तो इट इज नॉट इजी। 9th क्लास में फिर
I
भी यू आर
liked
एबल टू रिलेट टू अ
mathematics
लॉट
from
ऑफ
the
थिंग्स।
I liked mathematics from the beginning of my journey, and when I started doing this maths, and I feel very interested towards it.
Okay.
And my brother said about this Olympiads, and I liked the maths, so I gave it in 7th class only. I didn't wait for longer, and thus the journey begins of my IQ.
Amazing. Super. Okay.
And on first,
yeah.
VOS has helped me a lot because I don't know how to start from now. I don't know MT, geometries of that kind of stuff. So I joined in 7. I think I joined in IOQM batch, and I got interested to it, and it gave me a lot of pleasure to see that of questions.
Amazing. Super. So guys, it is always beneficial. Matlab, it always helps when you start early, as Aritra and a lot of other students who started early. I mean, they got, so उसमें होता क्या है, even if you fail a couple of times, so there is not enough pressure because you know that you have 5 attempts. And अगर सोचा हुआ है करना तो होगा, मतलब there are a lot of stories जहाँ पर पता है बच्चे को कि करना ही करना है, तो होगा ही होगा, मतलब as simple as that. तो मतलब वो एक डायलॉग है ना सर, चेतन सर, वो शाहरुख खान और वाली मूवी का, अगर किसी शिद्दत वाला
बड़ी
क्या,
शिद्दत से
चाहो तो सारी कायनात लगाने में मिल जाती है. So it's also that is there. So amazing. Aritra, and of course, Aritra had a mentor. He had a brother who guided him. So well done, Aritra. All right. So moving on to Anish first. So Anish is also in class 8th, and again he scored one of the top scores. I'm assuming he is one of the top scores in India in class 8. He scored 46 and he's from Maharashtra. So Anish, very well done. Being in class 8, scoring this kind of marks is such an amazing thing. So how did it start? I mean, a lot of students जो 7th में 8th में है वो देख रहे होंगे या देखेंगे इस सेशन को बाद में who are going to get inspired and who want to know कि यार 8th क्लास में इस तरह के मार्क्स कैसे आ सकते हैं. तो how has your journey been and what were the roadblocks? कितना मुश्किल था? Yeah.
यस सर, तो IOQM का तो मैंने अप्रैल में स्टार्ट किया था प्राइम बैच में. लेकिन IOQM में तो बिल्कुल अच्छा स्कोर नहीं आया, सिर्फ 11 मार्क्स आए, वो लेस ज्योमेट्री के वजह से. लेकिन मेरे को RMO में कॉन्फिडेंस था क्योंकि ज्योमेट्री के 2 क्वेश्चंस आते. तो मैंने ज्योमेट्री टारगेट की थी, तो मैं सबसे पहले ज्योमेट्री पे फोकस किया, सारे RMO के PYPs किए, फिर थोड़ा सा EGMO किया और CT-PCM किया. फिर मैंने लास्ट के आई थिंक 1 वीक में थोड़ा सा नंबर थ्योरी किया. फिर RMO में मैंने दोनों ज्योमेट्री क्वेश्चंस में फुल मार्क्स लाए और फर्स्ट वाले नंबर थ्योरी में 12 मार्क्स.
अमेजिंग. तो और ओवरऑल हाउ वाज द एक्सपीरियंस इन IOQM? क्योंकि IOQM प्राइम बैच में तुम क्लास 8 में थे एंड आई मीन वाज इट इजी, वाज इट सिंपल? किस तरीके से रहा तुम्हारा जर्नी IOQM प्राइम में?
थोड़ा सा स्ट्रगल था, पर मैं कैचअप कर लेता.
ओके, ग्रेट. So again, guys, मतलब एक बार तालियां बनती है. Anish being in class 8, scoring 46 marks from Maharashtra इस तरह के एग्जाम में. Well done, Anish, and I'm sure मतलब this is going to inspire a lot. अब तुम तो ज्योमेट्री वाला जो एंगल है ना भाई, ये इनमो में ना लगाना. पिछली बार इनमो में एक भी ज्योमेट्री का क्वेश्चन नहीं आया था. तो बाकी चीजें भी just focus on the other things also. I'm sure जब तुम कैंप में कर रहे हो तो it is going to do I mean a lot of good to you. Perfect. Superb, Anish. Okay, so from Anish, let us move to Arnesh. So Arnesh is again from Maharashtra, from class 9th, and इसने भी half century, मारी है. He scored 53 marks from Maharashtra. Arnesh, very well done. Superb and super proud of your performance. And overall, how has your journey been? कब शुरू किया था and
मैंने 8th में शुरू किया था. I had given IOQM in 8th grade. I had got 12 marks. उसमें से 7 बोनस था, मतलब 5. 5 मार्क्स तुक्का था, तो 0 किया पेपर में जाके. हाँ, so I started preparing seriously after that only because I failed it. So I started preparing seriously for that. So thing was I did not prepare for IOQM at all. मैं डायरेक्ट मतलब थोड़ा सा PRMO किया, फिर RMO ही शुरू कर दिया. IOQM के लिए एग्जाम के टाइम पे भी ज्यादा प्रिपेयर नहीं किया मैंने कुछ.
IOQM में कितना स्कोर था?
19. हाँ, प्रिपेयर नहीं किया था ज्यादा उसके. RMO for RMO only I had started. Yeah. So just doing that, doing like EGMO, IMO shortlist भी मैंने like बहुत किया. Like all shortlist from C1 to C4, G1 to G3, all current years. And APMO, mostly all problems, P1, P2, P3, सारी किए all.
Okay, great. So हालांकि मतलब there is not much difference between preparing for IOQM and RMO, but फिर भी थोड़ा सा ना subjective mindset हो जाता है RMO के लिए. So for example, you scored 19 marks and ऐसे बहुत सारे बच्चे होंगे तुम्हारे तरह जो सीधा उस तरफ RMO and fancy things की तरफ चले गए होंगे. And but ये थोड़ा सा मुझे को लगता है कि थोड़ा सा रिस्की वाला स्ट्रैटेजी है बिकॉज अगर मार्क्स ऊपर नीचे 1-2 नंबर से भी रह गया, बिकॉज आई नो अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स जो 1-2 नंबर से रह गए. ऐसे भी बच्चे हैं इस बैच के अंदर ही, हमारे बैचेस के अंदर, इनका कट ऑफ एग्जैक्टली कट ऑफ वाला है, बट बिकॉज ऑफ IOQM कंपैरिजन दे आर नॉट एबल टू
it was announced that like 200 students लेंगे, तभी मेरा रिलीफ हो गया था. 200 में क्योंकि हो जाता है. हाँ, ज्यादा मुझे पता था कट ऑफ भी ज्यादा वैसे नहीं होएगा.
तो मतलब पूरा तुमने मैथमेटिक्स लगाया हुआ था, मैथमेटिक्स से खेला है तुमने मतलब IOQM में. अमेजिंग, ग्रेट. So superb. And Abhi, how is the Josh for INMO, Arnesh?
Yes sir, very high.
Good. Amazing. Super. All the best, Anesh, for the coming exam, and we hope to see you again in the INMO result for the next year.
Thank you.
All right. So moving on to Shamik Dalal, and again Shamik has one of the highest marks in RMO for Vedantu Olympiad School. He scored 64, and Shamik is again from West Bengal, class 10th. Class 10, 64. मतलब crazy numbers, yeah. These are crazy numbers. So Shamik, well done. Congratulations. And yeah.
So, sir, about these Olympiads, I gave my first Olympiad, the IOQM, in class 8. So, at that time, it was like what? It was 2022. I scored 12 in that. I didn't like the part B was not checked. I couldn't even do a single problem of part B that year. Yes, sir. So the next year, I also tried it myself only. I hadn't joined any coaching till that point. I scored, I think, 25, and out of that, 7 marks were grades that year. So the next year, I joined VOS, and they gave some really nice classes. They introduced me to some nice problems and concepts too. So this year, like, I also did a lot of mocks, like from various websites. Like, I got recommended a lot of mocks, which did help for my IOQM preparation. But like the IOQM exam which I gave this year wasn't really that great. I got 15, which was really close to the cutoff. I like barely managed, to be honest. So it was because like there were a lot of like combinatorics questions and a lot of case bash, and I missed a few cases there. So that's what happened there. And then like for RMO, I just decided that no, I want to prepare for RMO. So I properly prepared for it. Like I did a lot of mocks and solved quite a few books. And then in RMO, like it was I felt pretty comfortable giving the exam. Like there were 2 geometry problems, and it's my comfort zone. So it was really nice for me.
Yeah, so basically 17 marks in P2 and P4.
Yes.
Great. Superb. And of course, I'm sure कोई geometry अगर INMO में आएगा, you are going to hang on to that question first.
I hope
again,
so.
Make sure that other topics are also as good, and
Yes.
do well. And we hope to see you again in the INMO result session of VOS. So thank you, Shamik, and all the best for the INMO exam.
Yes,
all right, so moving on to Rohan Roy. Rohan Roy is in class 12th. He's from Delhi, KV. Again, KV का paper अलग था, but again scoring 70 in that exam is huge. And also, Rohan is also part of our JEE batch. Is that right, Chandra Abhishek?
Yes.
And
Yes,
so
वो
Rohan,
JEE
कैसा journey रहा है overall, and 70 marks score करके कैसा लगा?
सर मैंने 10th में स्टार्ट किया था।
Okay.
तो 10th में मुझे भी यूट्यूब से पता चला VOS के बारे में। तो मैंने सबसे पहले जो उनका नॉर्मल बैच था वो ज्वाइन कर लिया। और उस साल जो हाँ वही मतलब उस साल फिर पार्ट ए पार्ट बी वाला ड्रामा हो गया। तो उसमें मेरे से 5 मार्क्स आए 40 में से, उसमें भी 3 मार्क्स बोनस के ही थे। पर ऐसा था कि उस टाइम तक मुझे ज्योमेट्री उतना ढंग का नहीं लग रहा था, क्योंकि ज्योमेट्री में ऐसा होता था मैं बीच बीच में छोड़ देता था तो फिर मुझे समझ नहीं आता था। तो नंबर थ्योरी और अलजेब्रा मुझे थोड़ी थोड़ी ठीक हो गई थी। फिर उसके बाद 11th में मैंने नॉर्मल जेई का चालू कर दिया। मैं बस वो साथ में रखा हुआ था, और जेई में अलजेब्रा और पीएनसी फिर मेरी बहुत स्ट्रांग हो गई। पर 11th में हुआ क्या, मैंने बहुत सिली मिस्टेक कर दी, तो 16 मार्क्स है और नहीं हुआ 11th में भी। फिर 12th में मैं बस वैसे ही मतलब नॉर्मल जेई पढ़ाई चल रही थी। मैं खुद मन किया, कभी प्रॉब्लम्स कर लिए कभी कुछ, पर ये था मैंने सारे टेस्ट दिए थे इस बार बैच के। हाँ, तो फिर हुआ क्या, जिस दिन एग्जाम था उस दिन मुझे फीवर हो गया।
ओह अच्छा, कौन सा आरएमओ या आईयूक्यूएम?
आईयूक्यूएम के दिन। तो फिर मैं दे के आया, फिर मेरे 22 नंबर आए। मुझे थोड़ा सा वो था कि होगा कि नहीं होगा, पर फिर वो 22 नंबर से हो गया। फिर उसके बाद फिर मेरे एक दोस्त है, उसके साथ में बैठ के आरएमओ में अकेले क्वेश्चंस नहीं करने का मन करता था, डिस्कशन में मन कर रहा था, तो उसके साथ बैठ के फिर मैंने क्वेश्चन दिए। फिर केवी का पेपर तो थोड़ा रिलेटिवली इजी भी आया था, तो फिर वहां पे बन गया।
ओके, ग्रेट ग्रेट। तो सुपर रोहन, एंड अगेन मतलब होपफुली ये जो कैजुअल एटीट्यूड है ये जेई भी तुम्हें क्लियर करवाए, इनमो भी क्लियर करवाए, एंड इसी तरीके से लाइफ आगे चलती रहे। ठीक है, बट आई एम श्योर, सो तुम जितना कैजुअली बोल रहे हो इतना कैजुअल है नहीं, यू वर्क रियली हार्ड, बिकॉज
अरे सर
70
ये
मार्क्स स्कोर करना
बहुत बहुत
आसान
हार्ड
नहीं है।
वर्कर,
हाँ
बहुत हार्ड वर्कर है ये।
हाँ, मुझे पता है,
एक्चुअली है
आपने
ना,
बताया वो मुझे।
मैं मैंने ना जितनी भी क्लास में पजल्स बनाई है,
हाँ
मतलब इनको करवाता था, इन्होंने इसने सारी पजल्स कंपाइल करके मुझे भेजी थी, and इसने काफी मेरी हेल्प की है इस चीज में।
अमेजिंग।
मैंने तो कभी कोई कलेक्शन बनाई नहीं, बट इन लोगों ने बना के मुझे भेजी, तो मेरी भी कलेक्शन बन गई है।
ग्रेट ग्रेट, सुपर रोहन, थैंक यू यू नो फॉर स्पेयरिंग टाइम, एंड आई एम श्योर ये जो मार्क्स आए हैं ये काफी ज्यादा इंस्पायर करने वाले हैं, एंड अभी हार नहीं माना है, तो इनमो के अंदर अभी हम पूरी कोशिश करने वाले हैं, एंड
सर मैं पर कंफ्यूज हूँ थोड़ा सा कि मेरा मेन एम जो है जेई है, उसके बाद सेकंड में मेरा है तो आईएसआई का है, तो फिर मुझे करना चाहिए कि नहीं, क्योंकि 24 जनवरी से जेई मेन के भी है।
हाँ, 12th क्लास वालों के लिए यार देखो थोड़ा सा काफी ट्रिकी है, सिचुएशन है, तो रोहन हम अलग से विल डिस्कस चार्ट आउट अ प्लान फॉर यू, एंड क्या क्या चीजें करनी है वो। इंपॉर्टेंट चीज जो रोहन ने बोली वो ये है कि इवन दो ही वाज नॉट वेरी एक्टिव एज फार एज प्रिपरेशन इज कंसर्न, बट टेस्ट सारे के सारे दिए, एंड टेस्ट से ना ही सिर्फ आईओक्यूएम का प्रिपरेशन, आरएमओ का प्रिपरेशन, बट जेई के अंदर भी काफी ज्यादा हेल्प आई एम श्योर इसका मिला होगा, बिकॉज जिस तरीके का आईओक्यूएम टेस्ट होते हैं काफी अच्छे लेवल के होते हैं, काफी सोचने को मिलता है। So Rohan, we'll discuss this separately, Chetan sir के साथ अलग से, and chart out your plan. Okay, so thank you, Rohan. So moving on to Arathrik. Okay, Arathrik is again in class 9th, and he scored 44 marks. He's from West Bengal. तो वेस्ट बंगाल से तो लोगों ने मचाया हुआ है पहली बात, एंड अगेन स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ ऑल levels, 8th 9th 10th 11th 12th, doing really well. And Arathrik joined us from RMO camp. He was not with us with the batches, but again, he has been a regular student in all the classes that we have taken. So, Arathrik, how was तुम्हारा IOQM experience? Of course, हमने IOQM वाले सेशन के अंदर डिस्कस कर लिया था, रिजल्ट वाले सेशन के अंदर, तो तब से लेके अब तक का एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा, and how did you cope up, manage things?
So sir, after IOQM, like we joined the RMO camp, and like I used to regularly give the tests in the camp, and that really helped a lot because the tests and the corrections used to help me a lot, like the regular problems and the different types of problems. Like also there was a variation in the problems, and even that helped a lot. And also I used to even attend all the classes, and during that time I started solving papers from like past BMO papers, then a few APMO papers, and also started looking at problems from books like Arthur Angel, and this helped a lot during the preparation.
Super, super.
Yeah.
Anything want to add, particularly जो 8th class में है, 9th class में है, they want to start their preparation for a Math Olympiad. So मतलब how do they start? And of course मतलब you started your journey pretty early, and of course your father helped you a lot. But someone who's just starting, उसको बहुत ज़्यादा, there are ups, there are downs, and lot more down moments particularly. So how did you cope up with those moments, and how did you motivate yourself? किस तरीके से motivation आता है? क्या
Like
सोचते हो
throughout
कि
the
मुझे
yeah, like throughout the journey, my main aim was like having fun with the problem. So like if I got bored with a problem, I would just stop. I sometimes would stop it and I used to start doing some other problems. Like geometry is my favorite area, and like sometimes I try a number theory problem, and like after trying it for some time, like if I get bored, I'll just go into some geometry problem and just start doing it. And again I come back and it helps that way.
तो यार मतलब रिफ्रेश होने के लिए भी प्रॉब्लम्स कर रहे हैं ये लोग।
Yeah.
तो दिस इज सच अ, तो मतलब जो प्यार है वो ये होता है, मतलब रिफ्रेश होने के लिए भी ही इज मूविंग ऑन टू व्हाटएवर ही लाइक्स इन मैथमेटिक्स, सो दैट इज अमेजिंग, एंड दिस इज स्टोरी ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स जो मैथ्स करते हैं, अच्छा लगता है, रिफ्रेश होने के लिए, मतलब he is going back to geometry because he likes geometry. That is such amazing motivation, Ratrik. I'm sure you're going to do really well in the coming rounds, and there's a long way to go. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to Om quickly. So Om is in class 10th. He, was also a part of our IOQM result. इसने प्रॉमिस किया था कि अच्छा करूंगा और मजा दिया है. He scored 51 हाफ सेंचुरी मारी है ओम ने भी. So Om, yes, कैसा रहा ओवरऑल IOQM के बाद का जर्नी?
आयोक्यूम का बात था सर, लाइक हमें अप्रोच भी चेंज करना था, लाइक ऑब्जेक्टिव से सब्जेक्टिव जाना. मैं लाइक मुझे ऐसा पता था, बहुत सारे मेरे फ्रेंड्स को लाइक कम मार्क मिले, लेकिन आरएमओ में ज्यादा मार्क मिले, क्योंकि बहुत लोगों को ऑब्जेक्टिव से ज्यादा सब्जेक्टिव अच्छा लगता है. जैसे कि अभी किसी ने सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए आयोक्यूम के टाइम, तो वैसे बहुत कंपटीशन भी ज्यादा था, लेकिन वो मैनेज कर लिया मैंने. लाइक मेरा इंटरेस्ट कॉमेडी में और ज्योमेट्री में ज्यादा था, तो उसके ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस किए. और लाइक जैसा पेपर आया था आरएमओ का, वो भी लाइक एक्सपेक्टेड से भी इतना भी अच्छा नहीं था, इजी था, तो फिर हो गया वैसे.
ओके, ग्रेट ग्रेट. सो अभी कैसा जोश है भाई इनमो?
यस सर.
आएगा ना सेशन में, इनमो रिजल्ट वाले सेशन में?
नेक्स्ट, यस.
इनमो रिजल्ट वाले सेशन में आई वांट यू टू बी देयर, है ना?
यस.
श्योर श्योर श्योर. तो देख लो बच्चों ने प्रॉमिस कर लिया है, तो होम इज गोइंग टू बी देयर इन इनमो रिजल्ट सेशन आल्सो, एंड आई एम श्योर विद द काइंड ऑफ एफर्ट्स इज मेकिंग इज definitely going to make it. So all the best, home.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so now moving on to Arnab Sanyal quickly. So Arnab is again a pro in Math Olympiad. He is Sharigan, round 2 player. He again इसकी इंटरेक्शन भी देखी होगी आपने इसमें. So Arnab, कैसा जर्नी रहा इस साल का? बिकॉज इस साल शायद पहली बार तुम इस चैनल पे आए हो, तो हाउ हैज बीन द जर्नी एंड कैसा कैसा अभी जोश है?
So, I am feeling very thrilled that I qualified my first and last RMO.
Okay, so he didn't, so you didn't, I think तुम 8th में जब थे तब तो RMO था ना, but you didn't qualify or you didn't write?
Yeah, the Olympiad preparation ka, so.
अच्छा, oh, okay.
Like class A in like 2019 January, and the RMO was in October, so I wasn't knowing anything. I got 7 out of 100. So after that COVID came.
तो उसके बाद तो हुआ नहीं. Now this is 12th में होके last. Okay, perfect. तो कैसा feeling आ रहा है?
Yeah.
By the way, guys, Arnab has scored again. He scored half century. He scored 54 marks out of 100 in RMO, and he has been doing really well in box. And I'm sure, keeping our fingers crossed, I'm sure Arnab is going to be there in our INMO result session as well. So Arnab, कैसा जर्नी रहा है ओवरऑल इस साल का, एंड क्या क्या चीजें की तुमने ओवरऑल?
So I was really quite powerful in geometry.
Of course, मतलब there is nothing denying that. Sharigan player है भाई, तो of course.
Like that, but okay. So past in INMO, I thought I will be getting one geometry question, seeing the stats of past INMO papers. But I didn't get it because there were
unlucky
geometries. So I didn't clear. I got only 5. I was a bit depressed. So okay, I made out. This year, I gave some of the IOQM mocks from VOS. Really helped me. I got 26 on it. Yeah. In RMO, like if it was, I'm in class 12, so I have nothing to lose if I don't get RMO. So I was out of any pressure. So
yeah, sometimes that helps.
Yeah, when I got there and sort of totally will be doing problems.
Your voice is cracking, Arnab. Yeah.
Yeah.
नहीं आ रहा अभी. I think there's some problem. एक बार तुम sort कर लो before we move on to other people. एक बार दोबारा बोलना.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
It is now. Yeah.
Yeah, so I did 4 problems, but uh, I got it in P2 for some reason. So that's all. Like I did the last month, the last whole October, only cometrics. Think I will be all 6 cometrics. So
But I'm sure that वो जो मेहनत तुमने की है कहीं ना कहीं हेल्प करेगी. So अगर RMO में नहीं आए तो of course it is going to help you in INMO. By the way, Arnab scored 3 perfect scores. Problem 1, problem 4, problem 5. 17 marks आए हैं and amazing Arnab, and I'm sure मैं एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था कि प्रॉब्लम 2 के अंदर भी तुम्हें मार्क्स मिलेंगे, एंड यू आर आल्सो एक्सपेक्टिंग द सेम, बट तुमने रीचेकिंग के लिए भी दिया, बट इट डिड नॉट हैपन. बट एनीवेज, लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट फॉर इनमो. So thank you Arnab, all the best. All right, so moving quickly to Jay Agarwal again. Jay has been with us since times immemorial, and he has मुझे लगता है कि इसने जितने भी कोर्सेज हैं वेदांत ओलंपियड स्कूल के सारे ही किए हैं. तो वेलकम जय अगेन, एंड कैसा रहा ओवरऑल जर्नी? वी सॉ यू इन IOQM सेशन आल्सो. तो ओवरऑल उसके बाद से सेशन कैसा रहा?
सर मेरा मेजर में अभी फोकस तो जेई पे 11th में ही हूँ, पर मैंने बस आरएमओ के सारे पीवाईक्यू सॉल्व किए और 3-4 मॉक टेस्ट दिए थे और कैंप में क्लास अटेंड की थी. और ऐसे ज्यादा नहीं था कि पूरा फुल फोकस पे था, लेकिन बस ठीक है, अच्छा लगता था प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना, तो साथ साथ हो गया ये भी अब.
ग्रेट. एंड ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, पर्टिकुलरली 11th क्लास के स्टूडेंट्स हु आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर मैथ्स ओलंपियड एंड जेई. तो वो उस धर्म संकट पे पहुंच जाते हैं, शुड वी प्रिपेयर फॉर IOQM और नॉट. सो अगेन, मतलब मैं हमेशा से ये बोलता रहा हूँ, इफ योर मेन एम इज जेई, गो फॉर जेई. जब भी टाइम मिलता है तब उस टाइम पे डू ईदर द मॉक्स और द प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस. तो ये काफी है. तो अगर तुम अच्छा जेई का प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो, अगर तुम सिर्फ मॉक्स कर लेते हो, सिर्फ प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस कर लेते हो, you're bound to get good marks, because IOQM level पे it is all about लॉजिक है और कुछ नहीं है. इनफैक्ट सारे के तीनों सीरीज लॉजिक हैं, and if you're able to relate to math stuff, and even if you don't know a lot of fancy stuff, but अगर जैसे जय की तरह if you do previous year questions, do attempt previous year questions, mock tests, तुम थोड़े बहुत कर लेते हो, तो again it is good enough to get good marks. So जय, how much did you get? कितने स्कोर है तुम्हारा RMO में?
सर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन में 17 और सेकंड में 15.
ओके, बस ये 2 क्वेश्चंस, 32 खत्म. अमेजिंग, सुपर.
सर आरएमओ टाइम तो पैनिक कर गया मैं उस टाइम. मैंने आधे घंटे में गलत क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर दिया, मतलब लैंग्वेज गलत पढ़ ली. तो वेस्ट हो गया पूरा.
कोई बात नहीं. आई एम श्योर इनमो के अंदर और बेटर रिजल्ट आएगा तुम्हारा.
यस सर.
ग्रेट. ऑलराइट, सो मूविंग ऑन टू हरगोविंद KR. So Hरगोविंद, welcome to this session. I think we are seeing you for the first time on this channel. So how has been your journey? कैसा रहा? And anything that you want to share?
Sir, actually I started my Olympiad preparation from 9th standard. Okay. When I think Harsh Sir told about IOQM for the first time. So when I heard about the exam, I was so excited that I started preparing from the starting. And when in 9th I gave the exam, I think I got the certificate. And in 10th I didn't prepare much. I was I think little lazy. But in 11th I regretted that I wasted my 10th. So I started again in 11th, and so I cleared the IOQM, wrote the RMO. I am also from KV, sir. But
yeah, I know. So Hरगोविंद is again from KV, and he scored a half century. He scored 56 in RMO. So well done, Hरगोविंद. So overall, what were the roadblocks that you faced, if any? I mean, of course, the journey would not be easy, right? So how did you cope up with all the bad things, all the failures, all the low scores in mocks?
Sir, actually, I was not much worried about marks, sir. I actually started IOQM for just to learn more maths and to enjoy maths, actually, to be frank.
Amazing. And so of course, if you love maths, you don't care about the results. You're bound to do well. And this is a story for everyone. जो भी बच्चे मैथ्स को अच्छा करते हैं, they like maths, they don't care about maths, and they don't care about marks. This is what I keep on telling to my students कि marks के पीछे मत भागो, just enjoy what you're doing, because once you start enjoying, you're not going to look up for the time. तुम टाइम नहीं देखोगे कि यार 2 घंटे हो गए, 3 घंटे हो गए, 4 घंटे हो गए, because this is one question which students ask a lot कि how much time should we devote, how much time should we give, and so once you are in love with a subject, you are going to stop watching the time, and it is going to make uh, your life a lot easier. Super, Bhargavan, and all the best for INMO. All
Thank you,
right, so
sir.
moving on to Sayantan Majumdar. So Sayantan is also from IOQM Prime. He started his journey from IOQM Prime, later got shifted to RMO batch, and again he has been a very strong member of our community. So Sayantan, how has been your journey? How did it start, and how does it feel? So Sayantan is in class 9th from West Bengal, scoring 35 marks.
Yes, sir. So I started my preparation in class 8th. I came to know about the IOQM from a particular Discord server which I had joined in, and then I started solving some books like Problem Primer and Pathfinder Junior in that year, but I didn't give the IOQM that year because there are many topics which I hadn't done that year. So in class 9th, I gave my first attempt in IOQM. Which I didn't do so well. I scored only 19, but I did qualify for the RMO. So for the RMO, I solved some books like there's a book called Inequalities, Math Olympiad approach for the inequalities which I solved, and the Vedantu assignments, and there's also this very good book called Mathematical Olympiad Challenges.
Yes, by T2.
Yes, so that book I solved.
Okay. Being in class 8?
No, in class 8 I solved the Math Olympiad Challenges, and in class 9th other books as well.
Okay, this is what I want to ask. So there are a lot of students in class 8, class 9 who start solving these books, but again, they face a lot of challenges. You must have also faced those challenges. How did you come out of those, or faced those, motivate yourself?
Like, I just liked mathematics, so I liked struggling with the problems.
So if there's a concept that you don't know, for example, if you are solving a particular book, there's a concept that you don't know. So what do you do then?
I try to look up for that concept over the internet.
Okay. So that's the motivation, right? So amazing. Super. Amazing, Sayantan, and thank you for sparing your time, and of course, all the best for INMO the coming season. I'm sure you're going to do really well. All right, so moving on to Shivansh. Shivansh, are you there? Okay, Shivansh is from KB, and again scored really well in IOQM. He scored 60, 61, right? 64. 61. Yes. So Shivansh, कैसा रहा journey, and overall experience कैसा रहा? Hi, and how is the feeling?
पहली बार 9th क्लास मैंने IOQM में था, मुझे पापा से इसके बारे में, तो उस समय बहुत
Shivansh, तुम्हारा आवाज is cracking. Your voice is cracking. Can you try again? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I started in class 9th. That year I बहुत तैयारी की थी उस समय, लेकिन उस समय पता नहीं क्या हुआ कि मार्क्स 13 ही आए थे, तो पिछले साल हुआ नहीं था. इस साल तैयारी बिल्कुल नहीं की, तब भी मार्क्स 32 आए थे. तो इसके बाद फिर मैंने आरएमओ की तैयारी के लिए लगा था. टीचर्स भी बोलती थी और बहुत सपोर्ट किया टीचर्स ने, फ्रेंड्स ने. तो फिर इस बार कोचिंग में भी मैं टीचर ने भी साथ दिया, तो उससे हो गया.
Amazing, amazing, Shivansh. All the best. And तुम्हारा voice crack हो रहा है, so I'll not be asking a lot of questions from you. So, but we got the crux that, of course, a lot of students helped you, and a lot of community helped you, a lot of teachers, your friends motivated you, and उसके कारण you are here. So Chetan sir is here. Chetan sir, आपकी
सर मैं जस्ट ये बोलने आया हूँ 9 o'clock क्लास है बच्चों की मेरे साथ, तो
okay,
मैं
yes,
बच्चों
yes,
का
we are
वेट कर
almost
रहा हूँ.
we're ending. I think सबका हो चुका है. So guys, we all have a class. So this is a shout out to all the students who are watching this. We have a class at 9 p.m. So you can all leave. And thank you for sparing the time, guys. And all the best. I'm sure जिस तरीके से तुम efforts put कर रहे हो, it is going to go a long way. And all the best for INMO. And I'm sure ये जो stories तुमने share किए हैं, it is going to motivate and inspire a lot of students. Take care. God bless you. And bye all.
Sir, I want to say something.
Yeah, Arnab, 1 second. Let me end the session.
No, actually, it
In the session
was.
only. Oh, yeah. Tell me. Yeah.
I like to acknowledge it to some people, like first of all, my parents for supporting me.
Yeah. So एक बार camera on कर दे भाई. Yeah.
Yeah. My parents for supporting me for these 4 years of my journey, and especially for this year for RMO preparation, I like to thank Shauna because he gave me like every night at 12 o'clock one problem of the day.
Oh, okay.
I used to solve them, and I guess one of those problems, like it was quite similar this year in RMO.
Oh, okay. So amazing. So this is such an amazing thing, guys. Helping each other out, and again knowing that you are the competitor and still amazing. और ये चीज ना यहाँ पर इनमो कैंप में भी हो रही है. मतलब there are a lot of students, I would say, who are taking. So you are also going to take some session on in INMO camp. There are other students who are going to write INMO, and they're taking sessions in INMO camp, not thinking about that जिन बच्चों को हम पढ़ा रहे हैं, there are competitors, right? So this is what is such amazing thing, that we've created, and ये maths community के अंदर ही देखा जा सकता है. So amazing, Arnab. And so I'm sure ये जो चीज अर्नब ने बोली है to help each other out, this is a big thing. And तो इससे मतलब वो competition की जो चीज होती है ना, वो खत्म हो जाती है. So again, it is ये होता है, सोच यही होती है कि मैं भी करूंगा तुम भी करें, राइट? सो दिस इज हाउ द रीजन यू आर हेल्पिंग आउट. एंड मुझे लगता है कि वेस्ट बंगाल में इतने अच्छे सारे बच्चे, इतना अच्छा कट ऑफ एंड दीज गुड मार्क्स, ये इसका एक ये बहुत बड़ा रीजन है दैट अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स आर हेल्पिंग ईच अदर आउट. एंड आई एम श्योर दिस रीजन इज गोइंग टू इंस्पायर अ लॉट ऑफ अदर रीजन्स, एंड बाकी रीजन्स भी वेस्ट बंगाल से इंस्पायर होके इस तरह की चीज देके दे आर गोइंग टू डू really well in the future. So thank you, Arnab. Thank you, everyone, for this session. All right.